It is Wednesday. It's been a week since my first video. It's only been a week. I was like, I don't know when I'm gonna make my next video, and I'm still not sure if weekly is a good idea, but I'm gonna see how long this video is and if it's worth it. Yeah. So anyway, first I want to say thank you so much for all of the love I got with my first video. I really appreciate everybody subscribing, just even watching. I got a lot of views in a really short amount of time. I told my husband, oh my gosh, I've already gotten 200 views, and it was only a couple hours later, and so that was really, it was really nice. So thank you, everybody, for, and your comments, subscribing, comments. I'm not sure if I got any likes on the video, but if I did, thanks for doing that. I hope that you all will join me today. So yes, like I said, it is Wednesday, October 14th. I just got home. It's kind of a long day, work day, also Facebook day. It's always Facebook day, especially during this field trip, and we'll get into that a little bit later. I want to talk about kind of what I've been doing, and then I'll get into field trip a little bit because it's been really fun. So if any of you are in Crystal Academy or you're thinking about joining, this week is a fun week. Now we are three days in to the field trip, so you'd be playing catch up if you join now, but we'll get into that later. I'm getting ahead of myself. So anyway, so what did I show last time? Last time I talked about No New Starts 2021, and I showed all my projects. I hope I can do this. I am planning on putting in a picture, so I've been only working on one thing. Okay, let me start over. If you watched my last video, I'm not sure if I mentioned that I work on one thing a month, which I think I did because I mentioned that I have a plan of each month I'll be working on one project for No New Starts. So let me get more comfortable in this chair. Okay. So, that being said, I only worked on one thing this week, obviously, and for this month, I am working on my wedding piece. I am so close to a page finish, y'all. So close. So close. Not happening probably, it's not happening today because we're watching a show tonight. But I think I only have 600 stitches left for a page. So I'll be really excited when I get the page finished. But let me show you, hopefully I can figure it out and put in a picture here of where I was last time. And here is, hopefully that worked. Hopefully I did what I actually said I was going to do. And here is, oh, let me move the needle minders. You guys can see my needle minders this time. I kept them on. Oh no. They're falling off. Oh, there it is. Hold on, 1 second. Hold, please. I think that's a Pam and Steph thing, right? Hold, please. I have not caught up, so I'm still catching up. I was just watching Tina Frazier the other day, and I literally was just catching up. I had to watch, I think I watched 5 videos. I'm really behind. It's fine. Anyway, here is where I am today. Sorry about the giant piece of fabric, but, and there's my little needle minders. Aren't they so cute? My little needle minders. I bought them, and I think I sent it to my admin chat for Crystal Academy. I was like, I'm buying these, they're so cute, and they make sense because wedding. Anyway, here is where I am now. So I got quite a bit done on this page. up here. And I think it's looking great. Sorry about the hoop marks. Can't do anything about it. Also, sorry about the parked threads. Can't do anything about that either. I did, ooh, okay, so story time, because now I've showed everything that I've done. So I got a comment on my last video about showing how I like doing a stitch with me, because I am working on World Wonders map from Gecko Rouge, and it's giant. It's 2.5 million stitches, well, thereabout. And somebody, let me see if I can find the comment. Somebody commented and said they wanted to see how I worked on that piece, because I work in a hoop. It was Candy Holbert commented and said, oh, you need to do a stitching one. I want to see your hoop and stand, because I only work in a hoop, but I use a quilting stand to hold my piece. It works the same as, you know, one of the stands that you would get, that I know people get for, you know, their hoops, their cross-stitching hoops. A quilting stand is the same, essentially same thing, because they hold hoops, because you quilt, most of the time you quilt in a hoop, just a really large hoop, so you need a stand for it. So, anyway, since I work on a quilt, I'm not working on a quilt, since I work on a stand in a hoop, you know, Candy mentioned that she wanted to see how I manage all the fabric, because it's a lot of fabric. I mean, most of my pieces are a lot of fabric. You know, this is 28 count, and it's, oh, that's the back of the piece. You want to see it? That's the back. It looks actually pretty similar to the front, honestly. I'm pretty impressed with the back. And it's all because of the way I work. Anyway, so I work on really large pieces, and I do all of them in a hoop on a stand. And that's part of the reason why I only work on one each month, because it's a pain to switch out the pieces on the stand every however many times. So once a month is good for me. I do have to take it off the stand to do these videos, but then I just put it right back on and it's good to go. So I did, long story to get to this point, but I bought on Amazon, I bought a little phone holder thing, like a clamp that clamps onto things. So I'm trying to figure out how to get that to, you know, work, because I'd love to do a stitch with me. And so I got it in the mail yesterday off Amazon, and it's really a decent thing, but the only problem that I'm having, and I should have brought it up here, the only problem I'm having is I have 6, 7, 9, I don't know, one of the iPhones, one of them, I don't know which one. I have an iPhone, and the way it has to go into the thing covers up the screen. So, I can't see, you know, I can't see like where it is if it's going on the front camera, and if I put it in on there with the back camera facing down, it gets covered, the back camera gets covered up, so it's not taking a video of anything. So, it's kind of painful. If I put it in there in there so it's covered up, the back camera's covered up, but it's facing this way and the front camera's on, so you can see, I can't see because it's too close to the piece, so I have to like finagle. It's kind of painful, but I'll figure it out, and hopefully I'll put a video up of a stitch with me. I was thinking about doing that today, but I got home and I was like, I don't know if I'm stitching tonight. Which is sad, because I haven't missed a day in like 70 days or something. So we'll see. I might stitch, but I might not. So that's my progress. 10 minutes in. That's a long time for like little stories. Anyway, so eventually I'll do a stitch with me. And I pretty much do the same thing with all of my pieces. So if I'm not stitching, this is for those of you who want to see me working on the Gecko Rouge World Wonders map. If I'm not stitching on that, I would stitch it the same way that I'm stitching everything else. So, just so you know. So if I do get a video in, especially this one, I'm stitching it like exactly the same way as I'm stitching this one, in the diagonal pages and diagonal, columns. So if I do a stitch with me video with this one, it's exactly the same as World Wonders, and managing the fabric is exactly the same. Especially where I am right now, because I'm in the left corner and my left hand goes under the hoop. We'll show that in a stitch with me if I ever get to it. And hopefully I do, because I bought that phone holder thing specifically for stitch with me's. So, what else? What do I want to talk about? Crystal Academy. So, this is not going to be too long. This video is probably going to only be around 20-25 minutes, something like that. So I was going to talk about Crystal Academy, and I don't know. I don't really know what I wanted to talk about, because we're doing our field trip right now, and this is kind of this is really laid back. I mean, honestly, if I'm gonna say anything, compared to the spell sling we had this past weekend, it's much easier. And honestly, it's easier it's easier as an admin, but also it's still a lot of work as an admin, or as a headmistress. So what I wanted to talk about was less so what's happening in the field trip. I mean, I'll talk about the field trip a little bit, but I don't want to take away from the homework video. If they are going to do a homework video, this coming, usually Sunday or Monday, they do one, and I don't want to take away from their homework video, because I really enjoy the homework videos. But essentially, the field trip is a kind of like choose your own adventure type game, and we are in the land that Opal came from. Opal Crystal is the main headmistress, and essentially she is, whenever she is around, she's one of the four of the other admins, one of the four actual humans. So sometimes it's me, sometimes it's Caitlin, sometimes it's Lucy. For the most part, it's the three of us at some point. And she came from this land, and we are currently there. We got there through the cauldron. Caitlin hopped through first, so she was the first one there. And we followed suit. And we are all kind of choosing which direction. Well, we aren't, but the students are all choosing which direction they would like to go in. We have five different directions to go in. You could choose the lake, you can go to the mountains, you can go to the forest, river and swamp, or the fields. So everybody chose. You didn't have to go in your own dorm, you didn't have to go with your dorm, you can go, it's kind of a meet other people type thing, so you go to whichever place intrigues you. And there's different options you can do. So once you get to the location, you stitch 200 stitches for each choice that you're doing, or you'll do, a set amount depending on what the prompt says. So we've had some fun things happen. I don't want to go too into it, but one thing I did want to put out there, purely because I've been pretty much moderating and telling people when they're good to move on and they need to do, X, Y, or Z before they can move on or whatever. So I've been kind of in there every couple hours, if not every hour, kind of checking up especially after the new prompt comes out, and every new choices come out. So the new choices come out at 12 o'clock noon Eastern time. So I'm mainly on there in the afternoon. I do go on in the morning because, overnight I'm not checking. So if things happen overnight, I just need to go on in the morning. So I'm usually on in the morning, and then I'll go on like right after afternoon, so that I'm checking and making sure people are ready to move on to the next prompt, to the next choice. So what I really wanted to come on here and talk about was how I am doing this, because I know a couple of the students will be watching this video, and I just wanted to get any input from them since they're currently in it. I have been going in and saying, you're ready to move on. If they're done their stitches, I've recently today, if they finish their stitches and the new choice is already out, so they're like catching up, I will say in quotes the location that they're supposed to be going to next, because the picture for every choice, the next picture is the last choice that you made. So let's say like you follow the green rabbit. If you're in the swamp, you follow the green rabbit, you stitch 200 stitches, and you say, okay, I'm going to follow the green rabbit. The next day, the picture would say, follow the green rabbit. And so you go to that choice. So if you are catching up and the choice is already up, I'll say, great, you're ready to like go to the next choice, follow the green rabbit. And the other thing I did today was I tagged the pictures, and I put them into their own groups. So if you went to the lake, all of the choices for the lake are tagged as lake, so that it's a little bit easier, hopefully, to find the choice that you're supposed to be on. Because today I was noticing some people, because some of the choices are the same, it's just the picture and the background is different. The background of the picture is different, and so it depends on what the background of the picture is. That's where you're going. So one of them is the background is like a lake. One of them is the mountains. One of them is the woods or the forest. So what I did is I put them into like groups and categories in the tagged topics spot. I can show you what it looks like on my phone. I can't show you what it looks like on the computer, but if I remember when I was looking at my desktop earlier today, the like topics section is, when you're looking at the computer, is on the right hand side on Facebook. So all the tags should be on the right hand side at the top on the main group page. So hopefully you can find them. I think on the desktop also the tags are on the post. They don't show up on the phone, but I can show you where you're supposed to go on the phone. So if you're looking at Facebook, this is the app on your phone. It's Crystal Academy. So if you're looking at your phone, hopefully that shows up. So topics is over here at the very end. So nope. So if you scroll, so like rooms is the front, and hopefully I spin this so you guys can actually read it. So topics is at the very end, and you click on that, and then you should see this come up. And these are all of the different topics we've created, but the ones that matter are the lake. I can't get this to like not move. Mountains, forest, swamp or river and swamp, and fields. So hopefully I have to just do that. So the hardest part about that, believe me, it's not that hard, but the hardest part about that is when we schedule the posts. So we usually schedule them the night before so that they're ready to go noon the next day. You can't tag a scheduled post, so I have to be on at 12 o'clock able to tag all of the posts to the right tag. So that's the hardest part. It's not super hard, but the other thing I'm thinking about, and I haven't talked to the other headmistresses yet, but if we have any kind of latecomers, people who want to join the field trip, because you can start now and you can catch up. You just need to do more than one choice a day, which is totally fine. You can do that. You can like go through as many as you want in a day, but you only get one choice when you've caught up. You only get one choice a day to make it so you don't have to be like stitching constantly. But if we have newcomers, so I have to constantly kind of go back into the first day to check and see if we have anybody who's decided to start late. I'm thinking, you know, by next week, probably we won't have anybody new coming. But if we do, what if I miss them? God forbid, right? I'm wondering if there's, you know, maybe it's like after 24 hours of that post being up, or any of the posts being up, you know, tag me in your finished post so that I see it. I'm okay scrolling through. I love seeing everybody's work, but you know, I don't ever want to miss someone. So if it's like past 24 hours and you're still hanging out, waiting, I probably didn't see it. So that would be when I say, like, you know, tag me, so that I see your, you know, finish and you can move on. But you know, we're still working out some kinks. We're still trying to figure out how exactly it works. You know, there are multiple ways you can do a choose your own adventure stitching game, and you know, I've seen a bunch of them. I've seen multiple ways to do it. This way seems pretty okay, but and hopefully I've managed to not miss anybody. Please let me know if I have missed you. But you know, it's been fun so far, and the stories that you guys all kind of create on your own, underneath of the story that we're kind of creating, has actually helped us. Honestly, and you might have noticed on some of the new choices, the new storylines, we've used you all to continue the story. So things that you guys write really do help. So I encourage stories to continue. I encourage you guys to keep, you know, kind of the longer start posts. I love reading them. I think they're hilarious. I know the other headmistresses think they're hilarious. So anyway, I think that's it. I think this is going to be a shortish video, which I assumed it was going to be. But yeah, hopefully, you know, like I said, if you guys have any comments for me, if you want to suggest anything, maybe that you think I could do better in okaying you to go to the next choice, or any of the things that I'm currently doing in the moderating in moderating the field trip, please let me know. But I've enjoyed it so far. I think it's really fun. I hope you guys are enjoying the storylines. I haven't, full disclosure, I haven't written any of the storylines. I've been busy doing the you know, making sure people are moving around and putting them in the right places and keeping all that sorted, that I haven't really had time to do the storyline. So Caitlin and Lucy, they're working hard on the storyline, so thank them. Thank them for the great story. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else to say. I can, the last thing I promise is the last thing about Crystal Academy. I have gone through several different iterations of how to keep track of where you all are going. I started one way, didn't like it, changed it, didn't like that, made a whole new sheet, didn't like it, did something else, just changed it today, back to something else. So, you know, I've gone through multiple different iterations, but hopefully I've managed to keep you all straight. I think I have. I think I've moved people to the places they're supposed to be if they've ended up, you know, somewhere else. Unfortunately, we have not learned how to, you know, disappear and reappear elsewhere. We haven't learned those things yet. I'm sure it's in the plans for another semester. Possibly. I have no idea. We haven't thought that far ahead yet. But yeah, so just let me know. Hopefully you all have gotten lots of stitching time in the past week. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I'm going to talk about. Look at that, it's 25. By the time this ends, it'll probably be like 27 minutes because it takes me 3 hours to finish a video. Okay, so yeah, so please swing by Crystal Academy if you are interested. We have no classes open currently because we are on our field trip, but we have had 3 classes. There is the chance to make up homeworks, so if you join late or if you haven't learned all of the spells, there is a week where we will do makeup classes, so you can learn the spells and you won't be too far behind. If you're in a dorm and haven't learned the spells, you can also learn the spell during makeup week if your dorm hasn't already gotten to the 24. If it's already gotten to the 24, sorry, you're not gonna be able to make up. I don't think. We might talk about it, so don't take everything I say as word, but we're not sure. But commuters can definitely. We will reopen comments. We turn the comments off of classes that are closed, or at least I do. But we will turn them back on during the makeup week. So yeah. So anyway, I hope you all are safe, healthy, wearing your masks, going to vote, doing all of the things, and getting lots of stitching done. Hope to see you around Crystal Academy, and have a good morning, evening, afternoon, mid-morning, wherever you are, on whatever day that you are watching this. Thank you so much. Please comment, ask questions, find us on Facebook. I don't really use Instagram, but, you know, I probably won't include it. But anyway, okay, thanks so much, guys. Have a good one.